Welcome back to Wepner Farms Productions. We got an extremely special job we're gonna go do today. You guys will never guess what it is. It involves the 7270R and an extremely large plow. So here's what we're working with. Got the 7270 and there's the big plow. I don't know if she's gonna be able to handle it. Be interesting to see what happens out there today. Oh, does not like the cold weather. Can you see that big thing behind us? It's humongous. I've never seen such a contraption. I gotta learn how to use it. I haven't used one since I was probably 2 years old. Alrighty. There we go. We got her lifted in the air. And I guess that's all we gotta do. Now we can go drive around with it. Shout out to little Ricky for the beautiful exterior wash on this machine. He's even got the rims all cleaned up. It's really nice job. Now I'm gonna go take it in the mud. So thank you, Ricky. It's good that you do good work. Proud of you. Just remember that. Oh boy. Well, Ricky's gonna be mad. So here's what we're doing actually though. So I don't know if you guys can see it. Can you see it? That dip? Well, this whole field was just tiled last summer and it is rough, and we've tiled for a long time and really haven't. I know they got discs and stuff to fix tile lines, but we don't want to buy a disc, and two, we just really haven't found a good way to level them out. This was all field cultivated, chisel plowed, whole 9 yards, still bumpy. So this year we started with the moldboard plow. Everything we tiled this year got moldboard plowed, and we're just throwing it back in that furrow. We're not really moldboard plowing, we're just using it to throw dirt in essentially. And so far it seems like it's working. Those tile lines that we previously did this year, they I don't know that they're done settling, so we'll find out next spring if this really worked. But these tile lines are all settled in this field, and there's still holes out there. So we're gonna try to fill them in. I think if we get them filled in now, they should be good. So I'm gonna go along, get this thing cleaned up, so hopefully that dirt will slide a little easier. I don't know how many of these shanks, I don't know what you call them on a moldboard plow. I'm gonna call them shanks. Got all these shanks shined up. Don't know how many I'm gonna use, if I'm gonna use 3, 4, if I'm gonna use all 5, maybe I'll just use 1. But we'll find that out when we find out how good of a job it's doing. Hopefully all these corn stubble, corn stalks, and all this trash isn't going to be an issue. But yeah, it'll be interesting to see what it does. Last time I used a moldboard plow, we had a Magnum, and we have not had a Magnum for probably 10 years now. So be a little fun tour for today. This thing also comes with a nice little shovel holder. It's like the perfect place for that shovel. I guess it's time to turn some dirt. Gotta go turn some dirt. Hopefully. See how she goes. Here's a perspective maybe on how deep this is. I don't know if you saw the flex of the front axle going through it or not. Maybe you didn't. Maybe that was just a bunch of nonsense. It's gonna be hard to see these tile lines actually. We should have put them in the GPS and I could have just auto steered it. All right, I think I found one. We're dropping the plow down right now, I think. Just kind of, there we go. That's beautiful. Maybe go a little deeper. Not that deep. Let's go like that. Let's try that. I don't want to make a dead furrow. That's not working. All right, I'll come back to you guys when I get this to work. We're turning dirt. We're turning dirt. Holy smokes. turning dirt or plugging up with corn stalks, one of the two. There's dirt moving. There's dirt moving. Hopefully I can find all these tile lines. It looks actually pretty decent, except that one's kind of plugging up. This might be a problem. So it's filling it in. Pretty good actually. This is working quite nicely, except I'm gathering a lot of corn stalks here. It's plugging up pretty good right now. I'm just kind of letting it at the moment, seeing what happens. So I really only need to use these front couple discs, but if it's gonna keep collecting, that might be a problem. Which it kind of looks like it's gonna. Yeah, this is not good. Alright, I've come to the conclusion that how this is right now, it's not going to work. I think either I'm gonna get the disc and disc over the tile lines, break up this cornstalk matter, or we're gonna call this a total loss and give up. So I guess you'll see in the next clip what I decide to do. I guess I'll talk to Dad and see what he thinks. But I don't know, it'd be nice to get these leveled off, that's for sure. Little Ricky just showed up to work. He is on work release, and I'm gonna get him going with that disc on the fence. Hopefully we're gonna see what happens. I want to see his reaction when he sees this nice clean tractor. Here he comes. Look what I got out of retirement. No, it's funny. I think it's pretty funny. I took it down in the mud already.
Gee, I see that. It's so clean.
It's a good time down there. Oh, I'm planning to get her. More plows are not nice. Alright, drop little Ricky off at the fence. He's gonna drive that down. We're gonna get him unhooked. Man, these things swing wide. It's not nice of them to do that. I'm gonna hit something. I'm not used to pulling a moldboard plow around. They don't. I mean, it makes sense. Maybe that's supposed to pivot more. I don't really know. But it does not work very good. So anyways, he's taking that down. We're gonna get it unhooked, throw it on that accelerator Kuhn disc, and he's gonna try disking ahead of me, and I'm gonna try to work it in behind him and see if that works better. Maybe we'll just make a bunch of mud and nothing's gonna work, but it's pretty much our last resort for getting this done now. Otherwise it's gonna have to wait till some other time long from now. So we're gonna get that unhooked and see you in the field. Here he comes, the beastly Fent on the big James way. That is a unit. Spreader's unhooked. Now we need a clevis hitch, and we can hook the disc up. You excited for your big day? I know it's the right fin for the job. Plenty heavy now. Beautiful. The disc is hooked up. That tractor actually cannot run that disc because it does not have the correct return, but it's gonna be okay because we're not gonna unfold it. We're not gonna run down pressure. We're literally just gonna disc with it, fold it up. So there it goes. Quite the rig actually. I actually didn't know that it couldn't run it until I hooked that tractor up to actually go disc, and you can't even unfold it without the return. So he's going over there. Hopefully he can find the tile lines. Some of them are kind of hard to see, and then I'm gonna follow up behind him with this and try to fill in those holes like we were doing before. Hopefully it's not gonna plug up this time. He already looks baffled. It's like, what am I doing? I don't know where he's going because I would really like him to start where I haven't gone already. He's lost. He's already lost. Ricky, what are you doing? Where are you going? Start over here. Do that one. Start where we know where there is one. Turn around. Back her up. There you go. There you go. Good work. Good job. Don't back her in the ditch. He's a little bit camera shy. He's probably nervous right now. Go to the one I did already, buddy. Thank you. Alright. Now it's starting. Tractor's working. Hopefully it doesn't plug it up on that stuff that I already worked up a little bit there. Calling little Ricky right now. I think we're gonna have to work both sides. And I also blew a tile or a hydraulic hose already. Hello? Why? Well, is that from when you started or just from now? Okay. Can you just try once? Go on. Might have to go on each side of the tile line or where the hole is. Ricky's already got her plugged up, so I don't know if this is really gonna work at all or not. We're gonna try it again. My theory is that he plugged it up where he tried disking what I already had moldboard plowed, but maybe it just did keep gathering up as he went. Who really knows? What you got going on here?
This could troubles.
They say you got it pretty plugged up there. You do know that this field is tiled the other direction of the other field, right?
Do what?
This field is tiled the opposite direction than the other field.
What other field?
The field where the other side, that's tiled the other direction.
There's two different fields here?
Yeah, you just went perpendicular
to
all the tile lines. Yeah, that's nice. So here's our new machine in action. It's a 3-point tile cart. This is the first time we're going to use it. It was a demo. But Big Ricky right now is running it. The only thing that is not nice about it is that it doesn't pivot, so you got to move the tractor to load it evenly. Not that big of a deal, but a little nicer on our other one, how that one works. Looks like he's getting her pretty nicely. Now that we have the second tile cart, we should be able to fit all of our hose pretty easily, get it all off the ground. Because we had been storing it in the ditch here, and it's just not the best place for it. We got everybody out here getting these suckers filled in and working a lot nicer. Still plugging up a little bit, but I think a little fine tuning I think we'll get her. And little Ricky's way back there on the next line. We're getting somewhere now. Got a little bit of clumps here and there, but overall it's been doing pretty all right. Seems to be filling in pretty nicely. I think by the time we hit this spring, or you know, we'll probably have to work this field again now, but I think it'll get leveled out. I got confidence on it this time. So just gonna keep at her and keep filling these bad boys in. Hopefully we'll have a nice luscious green field next spring. At least that's the goal. Well, we're finally making some progress, getting the old dirt turned over. Kind of got her dialed in. Looks like Ricky's figured it out pretty decently. I haven't seen too many spots where he really got off track, getting the hang of it for sure. And of course, as soon as I start talking to you guys, it starts plugging up a little bit. That's okay, we're just gonna keep pulling it. Looks like he's finding them. I know there's some tile lines that kind of run the other way when we're coming up on the end here, and I see little Ricky's going different directions now, so hopefully he's got it figured out. I think that's a tile line that we just bounced through too. So yeah, it's definitely still a slow process, and we're just getting her done. Now little Ricky's making circles, so I'm gonna keep at her, try to get this field done here. Yep, it's a good time. I think if this is actually gonna work and we're gonna keep doing this, I think we should turn this into a 3-bottom plow, because it's really those last two that don't do anything anyways that are plugging up, and that's because it's not doing anything. Those last two aren't in the ground. Oh goodness, we're getting a phone call. Nick Casey. Let's see what he's got to say. Little Ricky. Good morning. What is the prognosis? Yeah, so you've seen the main as we go across, right? No, it's like in the middle of the field where that waterway goes through. There's a main, because these tile lines, they're two different sides of the main. So that main, basically the waterway, if you go back to the waterway, you can follow that. You're gonna have to work that up too, so we can fill that in. But if you follow that it curves around. Yeah. Yes, except on this north side here, where I'm at, there's a few lines that run the other way. I see you maybe found one there. Or maybe you're just working it up for fun. Yeah, so there should be like 2 or 3. Yeah, because I think there's one that comes up to this corner here, pretty much to where I am. But yeah, okay. Yep, bye. So yeah, as I was saying, 3 bottom plow, I think that would be perfect. The reason we don't obviously use those last couple bottoms or shanks is because otherwise it'd be making a dead furrow and then we'd be right back to where we started. So yeah, it seems to be working pretty good now that we're disking it. Quick lunch and a little meetup with little Ricky on a game plan. We got this field pretty much done, and we got 2 more passes, or 2 more tile lines, and then we're gonna move on to the back field, which this is all 1 field now, but it used to be 2 fields. Now that we tiled it, we can farm it as 1. So, guess we're gonna keep rocking with that. Keep rocking. Come on, little Ricky. Gonna move on. It's kind of wet down here. We just got like freaking 3 inches of rain. Oh, Ricky's dragging his electronical line. It's not good. I have to inform him that he is dragging stuff. He found it. He figured it out on his own. He's got her all fixed up now. He's gonna do, I don't know what he's gonna do right now, but there's a main that runs right here. You can maybe kind of see where the field's a little bit lower, and bouncing through it right now. But there's also 1 more tile line. I hope that he doesn't forget about it, because I'd like to get these all done before I go and do that main, just because that's how my brain works. And he's going the other way anyways. Not a big deal, but maybe he'll realize that he's got to do it. Little Ricky almost got her stuck on, well, it must have been this pass or that pass, this last pass. So I'll get to see it when I turn around of his near stuck. This field's a lot wetter than the other one, that's for sure. This is where the combine got stuck over here in that previous combine stuck video. That's pretty nice. The main tile line runs kind of there and goes down there, and we just kind of left that corn there because otherwise we probably would have got the combine stuck again. So we're gonna head in there and check it out. Must have been right there is where little Ricky almost got stuck with the fence. I just watched him kind of back out of there. Looked like a real disaster. Running a little corn over here. Yeah, right there. Yeah, here's the main. That was the main he almost got stuck in. Here's where the combine was stuck right here. Once they get this all filled in. A little bit, and I ain't even got any weight on. What a disaster. It's horrible. We are down by the tile. There's actually a few different kinds of tile down here. This one is metal. I could not tell you how old it is, but I'm sure it is old. This one looks like it's dribbling out of here. Right down there, you can see it dribbling. Not really sure why it's not coming out the end. I don't really know what's all hooked up to this and how good the tile behind that actually is, but this is the tile line that's coming out of the field that we're working in, that we put in. I want to grab it and see how much is flowing out, but I don't know how easy that's going to be. Well, it's flowing. Not crazy fast, but it's got water coming out. It's actually a pretty decent amount of water, actually. So that pipe is just this field here that we're working on, and that other field has a separate main over there, and that's flowing the other way. So that tile here, you can see a hole. There's a main going out that way, and that way there's a T here, and it's catching and it's catching all the water over here, going through the drain tile and in the ditch. That's what dries the field out. It's actually pretty simple when you look at it that way, but it's kind of complicated putting it in, getting everything the right pitch so that it actually drains out of there and makes it back here. Because if you don't slope it correctly, it's not going to flow. And there is really not a lot of flow or a lot of pitch on it, like you guys saw in that tiling video. It's not like that was a crazy downhill angle, so it's a little bit finicky, but head pressure does wonders if you end up coming uphill a little bit. It's always not the end of the world. So yeah, here we go, time to plow in some corn. This is exciting. Uh-oh, I'm gonna get stuck. Here we go. Right into the standing corn, how cool. And we're barely working it. That was anticlimactic. What are you gonna do? Ricky, it looks like you pulled a few corn stalks.
Yeah.
You want one of these?
No, I don't think that's gonna help.
You don't think so? Oh, those suckers are jammed in there. We could maybe run these gangs a little straighter.
Fire truck needs a return, I think.
Not to change the gangs, it won't.
We'll go try it. I thought I have them plugged in right now.
Okay, I'll go attempt it. Alright, we got them straightened out. I think maybe it would have been a good place to start earlier on, huh?
I agree. I thought about that.
Gosh, this stuff is wet.
This is like those Indian people that make houses out of dirt and mud.
It's like a wigwam.
And bamboo sticks.
Wigwam made out of mud and bamboo sticks.
Or corn stalks in this instance.
Other side plugged up to, or just this side? Wonder why it's always this side.
I don't know.
Alright, you work on that and I'll work on that front one. That one's got a lot of corn stalks in it too.
Yeah.
We straightened the gangs out all the way. Took some time, got it dug out clean again. So hopefully it'll fix some of our problems. But this is by no means the right circumstances to be doing this. And while the disc isn't set up right, nothing's really right here, but we're trying to get it done before we get any more rain. We want it done this fall. There we go. See what it's doing. It's still breaking them up pretty good. Yeah, it looks pretty nice. It's not pulling dirt up like it was before, but looks like it's chopping it up. We'll hit it with a moldboard plow and see if we can still get through it. It's been moldboard plowing really nicely. Ricky's racing me. Is he gonna beat me? We're tied up. Ricky says hi. Holy smokes. What a show. What a show. Look at that. Amazing. Well, we got her all pretty well dialed now that we're about done with this field. This knoll up here seems a bit drier than the rest of it. So we're just gonna keep giving her over here. It's really working pretty nice here actually. This is the best it's looked all day. I'm going almost 6 miles an hour now and I'm managing to not plug it up, and I don't know. It's just working good here. So I hope you guys enjoyed the video. A little different, doing something else. I haven't used moldboard plow in years. And yeah, we're gonna keep hammering at these videos, so make sure you subscribe, keep tuning in. Really some thumbs up. I love comments. If you guys leave comments, just whatever you're thinking, whatever you're seeing, any thoughts, opinions, anything, I'll take it. I read every single one of them and enjoy reading them. So hope you guys are enjoying, and we'll see you next time. Thanks for watching. Turn around. Every now and then you gotta turn around. Oh, good times, good times. Alrighty. See you later, guys. I mean it this time. Really tuning out. Just gonna dial in on the moldboard plowing.